Okay, here we are back again with more Dragon Age Inquisition, and yeah, we're at the Winter Palace, and about to go into the Grand Ballroom and make our big entrance at the party, I guess, probably.
And now presenting Grand Duke Gaspard de Chalon, and accompanying him, Lady Inquisitor Trevelyan of the Ostwick Circle of Magi.
A most gracious bow.
Vanquisher of the rebel mages of Ferelden, crusher of the vile apostates of the Mage Underground.
Remember to smile. This is all for show, my dear.
Champion of the blessed
Right.
Andraste herself.
Did you see their faces? Priceless.
Accompanying the Inquisitor, Seeker, Cassandra, Allegra, Portia, Calogera, Philomena,
Get on with it.
Pantagast, 14th cousin to the King of Navarra, 9 times removed, hero of Orlais, right hand of the Divine, Madame Vivienne, first enchanter of the Circle of Magi, enchanter of the Imperial Court, mistress of the Duke of Ghislaine, renowned author Tharic Thethras. Head of noble house Tethras, Desher of Kirkwall to the Dwarven Merchants Guild. Sir Callan Stanton Rutherford of Hunley.
Oh, that's such a nice
Commander
name,
of the
honey.
forces of the Inquisition. Former Knight Commander of Kirkwall. Lady Liliana, Nightingale of the Imperial Court. Veteran of the Fifth Blight. Seneschal of the Inquisition and left hand of the Divine. And Lady Josephine Charette Montillier of Antiva City, Ambassador of the Inquisition.
Phew, that was a mouthful. All those titles and whatnot. Goodness gracious. This is why I kind of like this particular party, because their titles all sound so
Cousin.
fancy.
My dear sister,
Grand Duke, we are always honored when your presence graces our court.
don't waste my time with pleasantries, Celine. We have business to conclude.
He lost court approval
We will
for
meet
that.
the negotiations after we have seen to our other guests.
Inquisitor?
Yeah, go on.
Lady Inquisitor, we welcome you to the Winter Palace. Allow us to present our cousin, the Grand Duchess of Leeds, without whom this gathering would never have been possible.
What an unexpected pleasure. I was not aware the Inquisition would be part of our festivities. We will certainly speak later, Inquisitor.
Oh, I look
Your
forward to
arrival
it.
at court is like a cool wind on a summer's day.
And yet the weather may turn foul.
Let's hope the breeze does not herald an oncoming storm.
Even the wisest mistake fair winds for foul. We are at the mercy of the skies, Inquisitor. How do you find Halam Shiral?
I can't do it credit.
I have no words to suffice. Halam Shiral has many beauties, and I couldn't do them justice.
Your modesty does you credit, and speaks well for the Inquisition. Feel free to enjoy the pleasures of the ballroom, Inquisitor. We look forward to watching you dance.
I'm sure you do. And this whole thing is a great big dance.
Inquisitor, a word when you have a moment.
There's a lot of dancing going on here, and not just on the bar.
How are my mind, Papa? Papa's perfectly happy in the studio. Mother is the same as always. Meaning she's after you to do more work. You always take her side. I don't take her side. I happen to think, as she does, you might attend to more of the estate's duties. Also, do stop slouching.
I feel like this might be your sister, Josephine.
Josephine! Oh, Josephine! Is this her?
Ah, yes.
Inquisitor, please allow me to present to you my younger sister, Yvette Gabriella Montillier.
Another Lady Montillier, huh?
There can never be too many Lady Montilliers in Thedas, can there?
Inquisitor, I've heard so much about you, but not as much as I want. Josephine writes, but she never tells me anything. Is it true? Rebel mages in Redcliffe were performing blood rites and orgies before you stopped them. Where did you hear such nonsense? Everyone in Antiva says so. Is it true?
Sure, why not?
Of course, every word. Especially the parts where everyone was nude.
I knew it.
So, tell me about yourself.
Tell me about yourself, Lady Yvette. This is the first time I've encountered any of Josephine's family.
She would forget to mention the artists. I've been studying painting under Antiva's royal tutors. You should be proud, Josie. I'm going to be exhibiting my work next season in the city's biggest salon. Have you actually sat down and finished the painting yet? I must wait for my inspiration. And I must wait for your tutor's bills.
So how's the evening treating you?
Enjoying the ball?
I see many of them. The dancing is so dull, your worship, but the Empress's gallery is magnificent. Yvette. Sorry, Josie.
Oh, please continue, Josephine.
Go on, Josephine.
Half Royal must be empty. So many of the Empire's finest are in attendance. They've noticed the Empress paying you special attention, but they don't quite know how to take advantage of it yet. This uncertainty won't last long, I'm afraid.
That's all right. We'll deal with it. So, Josephine, who would you support?
Which power should the Inquisition throw its weight behind?
Celine has held the throne successfully for years. I see no profit in ousting her. Gaspard has run military campaigns, but never a kingdom. His transition would be, let us say, chaotic.
I feel like, especially given what Nadia knows at this juncture, I feel like she would probably be mostly in agreement with Josephine here, that like she would not see any advantage in ousting Celine from her position, and only disadvantage, if only because you want Orlais to be as stable as possible, and Gaspard seems honestly like kind of a bit of a warmonger, and like, yeah, that might be good when we're trying to fight Corypheus, but then once Corypheus is defeated, then what's he gonna do? Is he gonna try to invade Ferelden or Navarra, and wreck their sovereignty again? Like, do we really need a super aggressive Orlais, a super militarily aggressive Orlais, once Corypheus is defeated? Long term, is that a really good idea? I don't know. Anyway, back to lighter fare. Yvette, have any tales about Josephine?
This may be my only chance to hear about when Josephine was a girl.
Oh yes, as she told you about when she was 10 and... Yvette, stop. Fine. What about when we were climbing the cliffs by the... No. You once told the Duke of... Absolutely not. Huh. She still plays with her doll collection when no one's looking. Yvette, that's absurd. Absolutely preposterous.
That's so cute.
See you later.
Another time.
I see absolutely nothing wrong with playing with dolls, okay? It's totally fine.
Can you believe the Inquisition filled its ranks with apostates? You just know that will end badly. What were they doing in the western approach? It's a wasteland.
I heard Celine was having the entire wing redecorated, but the timing is atrocious.
Why would she do such a thing now?
Yeah, who knows? A compendium of Orlesian theater. The most unusual part of Orlesian theater, appropriately enough, revolves around our southern neighbor's love of masks. Every actor wears a mask, and every mask follows a hierarchy of shape and colors that indicates to the audience the character's importance. Half-face green masks indicate a leading male role, for example, while half-face purple masks are for primary female characters. Full white masks are reserved for roles of no clear gender, such as spirits, except for demons, whose masks must always be black and red. Further complicating matters, for those new to Orlesian theater, an actor's race or sex has no bearing on the parts they can play. If a director believes they can sell the part, men can play dowagers, women can play dukes, and even an elf can play a king. Once donned, the mask is understood to be absolutely them. None of the actors I spoke to could explain to me the history behind this tradition, but bristled when I suggested other nations find it strange. There is a strong bond of trust between Orlesian theater troupes and their viewers. Indeed, I have rarely attended such attentive audiences than in Val Royeaux. It is my guess that Orlesians, surrounded as they are by masks in their daily lives, both require and fully respect a place where the objects boldly display their wearers' intentions for a change. An appendix at the back of this volume lists the appearance and meanings of Orlay's theatrical masks. These conventions are vital to understanding the history of its finest theater, a journey I hope you will find as rewarding as I have. Interesting. I can read this plaque. The Valmont Emperors, Emperor Etienne I, 771 Storm to 821 Blessed. Okay. Hello, Vivienne.
And here we are. You haven't embarrassed yourself as much as I feared. Well done, my dear.
Thanks. So what's with the masks?
I've always wondered, what's the Orlesian fascination with masks?
We all wear masks, my dear, not just the people in Orlais. Who you are as a daughter, a lover, a friend, are very different people from the Inquisitor and Herald of Andraste.
I mean, that's true.
Orlesians codify this truth, make it visible. By giving each of these selves its own separate face, they believe they can be their truest selves, unmasked.
Interesting. So you're having fun, aren't you?
It seems like you enjoy this, Vivienne.
This is the game, Inquisitor. Of course I enjoy it. If I didn't, I'd be dead by now.
So, any advice about the court?
Any words of wisdom for navigating the ballroom?
Speak to the Council of Heralds. 6 of them are here tonight. The 7th member of the Council is indisposed. His absence will complicate the negotiations. The Council are the highest-ranking players of the game. They see everything. They might know something we can use.
Okay. Have you seen anything?
Anything happening I should know?
Keep an eye out for Celine's pet apostate. I've no doubt she's involved in this.
All right. Who do you support?
Tell me, Vivienne, where do you want the crown to fall?
What I want is irrelevant, darling. Orlais requires stability, and that is best served by Empress Celine.
All right. Well, just be ready for trouble.
Be ready to act when I give the signal.
Always, my dear.
The Dowager.
Who was the love of my life? You remember my husband? Poor darling. Killed in a war with Ferelden. Perhaps we can speak later, Inquisitor.
Okay.
Can I get you a drink, Commander Cullen?
No, thank you. How could the Empress afford to renovate the palace without war going on?
I heard that it wasn't renovations at all. The palace was damaged by Gaspar's catapults.
He fired on the Winter Palace? That's monstrous.
Have you heard from your nephew?
Not since his regiment joined the fighting.
You must dance with me, Commander. You cannot stand about all evening.
I'm afraid not. Thank you.
Cullen is getting a lot of
We
attention.
can only hope Celine prevails tonight. Gaspar will ruin us all.
Alright. I'm just wandering around. See, here's our 3 main players. Arguing, probably.
Are all the Delancey's here?
Maker, I hope not.
I have to admit, I kind of hope the Delancey's are not all here either. They're kind of annoying. On that, my friends, we can completely agree.
Maker, I hope not.
Anyway, let's head back and see what other things people are harassing Cullen about.
Are you married, Commander? Not yet, but I am already taken.
That's
Still
true.
single, then?
That's not what he just said, man. That's not what he just said. The heck?
Inquisitor, did you need something? The sooner we track down this infiltrator, the better.
Right. So, you have some admirers.
You've attracted a following. Who are all these people?
I don't know, but they won't leave me alone.
You don't enjoy the attention?
Not enjoying the attention, then?
Hardly. Anyway, yours is the only attention worth having.
Oh, isn't that cute? Anyway, any advice?
Do you have any advice?
Orlesian social events don't fall within my area of expertise.
Yeah, this is your
There are a
first
few
one, I
here
bet.
you can trust. Be careful.
That is pretty good advice, though. Don't trust anyone is pretty good advice for Orlais. Who would you support?
Who do you think the Inquisition should support?
Gaspard's claim to the throne is fair. Orlais needs someone capable of responding to the crisis at hand. A military-minded leader seems the best option.
Yeah, but that's short-term. Long-term? Do you really want an aggressive Orlais chomping at the bit to invade Ferelden again, Cullen? Is that really what you're thinking? Anyway, anything to report?
Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary?
Not yet. It would be easier if people would stop talking to me. Other people. Not you.
Well, would you at least save me a dance?
I don't suppose you'd save a dance for me.
No, thank you. No, I didn't mean to make his breath. I've answered that question so many times, I'm rejecting it automatically. I'm not one for dancing. The Templars never attended balls.
Okay, fine.
We'll talk later.
I await your signal.
It's fine, it's fine. I'm just gonna go over here and cry now.
I still remember the day they came to tell me that my second husband, Philippe, was thrown from his horse.
Are you just over here talking about all the husbands that have died? I mean, that's fine.
You're too gullible.
You know, I mean, that's fine if, like, you've been through about 8 husbands and they've all died, and you just want to tell about how they all died. That's fine. That's not a problem. Anyway, I suppose we should meet with Liliana again.
Good. I was hoping I would catch you.
Oh,
What
yes?
did the Duke say? He points the finger at Ambassador Briala. The Ambassador is up to something, but she can't be our focus. The best place to strike at Celine is from her side.
With that, I have to agree. Somebody
Empress
who's
Celine
trusted.
is fascinated by mysticism, foreseeing the future, speaking with the dead, that sort of rubbish. She has an occult advisor, an apostate who charmed the Empress and key members of the court as if by magic. I've had dealings with her in the past. She is ruthless and capable of anything.
There's an apostate at court. Of course, Vivian already mentioned it, but...
How can Celine openly keep an apostate in the Imperial Court? The Imperial Court has always had an official position for a mage. Before now, it was little better than court jester. Vivian was the first to turn that appointment into a source of real political power. When the circles rebelled, technically every mage became an apostate. The word lost much of its strength.
True. So are you suggesting that there's magical mind control going on now?
You think she's controlling the minds of the court? That's powerful blood magic. She's worth investigating. Can't be sure of anything here. Both leads point toward the guest wing. It's a promising place to start. I'll coordinate with our spies to see if I can find anything better. I will be in the ballroom if you need me.
Okay. Interesting. Cassandra's hanging out here.
This ball is a waste of time, like all Orlesian foolishness. Let's find the Venatori collaborator and get out of here.
Okay. Have you seen anything yet?
Have you witnessed anything noteworthy?
Nothing yet. I will let you know.
Okay. And I mean, I think it's obvious what she thinks of this, but let's ask anyway.
You don't seem to care much for the ball.
Orlesians pretend their petty squabbles are a game. Yes, let us treat murder, corruption, and deceit as delightful amusements. How wonderful. We are here to save Empress Celine, and it galls me. Why does she merit our protection? The Empire would be better off without her. Gaspard is the leader Orlais needs in this crisis.
Uh-huh. You think so?
You support the Civil War?
Of course not. Chaos is what Corypheus wants, and we must oppose him. Were it up to me, however, I would let Celine fall and Gaspard take the throne. He would see the true threat, not spend his time throwing balls and writing letters.
Yep, that makes sense that you would support him.
Stay alert. We don't know where the enemy is hiding.
I'll be watching for trouble. The sooner we leave this place, the better.
Indeed, indeed. So, we can explore the Grand Library for information on the Empress's occult advisor. We can also investigate some of Briala's agents. I don't know if this is still gonna work or...
Boring.
So, still nothing. Alright. I believe, yes, I can go in here now. This here is a trophy room that's locked, apparently, so, okay. The Art of the Winter Palace. Mafarath Betrayer, carved by Le Tourneau for Empress Yvette. Okay.
Leave us.
Okay. I guess I'm eavesdropping again then. Maybe I should go down here.
Interesting.
The package is in the guest wing. Upper room.
The one of the garden. Statuette.
Search the rooms in the upper guest wing. Okay.
Might be something here. Better take a closer look.
Caprice coin. The Art of the Winter Palace. Triumph of the Dragon Age. Commissioned by Empress Celine in honor of the Grey Warden actions at the Battle of Denerim, which ended the Fifth Blight. I guess this somehow represents the Battle of Denerim? Okay, sure. Why not? Makes perfect sense. Suppose I can try it here.
Well, that's useful.
Hey, I found something useful. Another plaque. Emperor Judicael II, 870 to 884 blessed.
Gaspard is wasting his time. Nothing he does could win over the Council of Heralds now.
You should have considered that before threatening to burn them all in their homes.
What?
Philippe should have returned hours ago, dallying with some serving girl while I deal with Gaspard's vitriol.
Philippe is a jerk.
Awfully selfish of this Philippe, running off to play and leaving you with all the work.
I've half a mind to inform the Dowager. That would teach him to shirk his duties to roll some elven maid. Tonight of all nights, leaving me to convey Gaspar's death threats to the Council. Wonderful timing, Philippe. Thank you for listening to me rant. You are too kind, Inquisitor.
Of course, happy to help. Absolutely chuffed about it. Another Caprice coin. A compendium of Orlesian theater. Apparently, this is an excerpt of The Sword of Draken, an examination of the life and history of the Father of Orlais by Marquise Freyet. It's little wonder King Draken's life is one of the most popular tales in Orlais. After founding both Orlais and the Chantry, the charismatic young noble battled the Second Blight for the rest of his reign. Freyet's plays are notable for being the first to portray Orlais' founder as a man beset by doubts, as are we all, instead of an idealized cipher. A few Grand Clerics attempted to ban the play, saying it criticized the current state of the Chantry, but The Sword of Draken proved too popular among the masses and the nobility, and remains a staple of Orlesian theater to this day. A council member.
Well, well, the Inquisitor.
Hello.
Here as a guest of my nephew, no less. I'm curious.
Gaspard is your nephew.
I didn't know the Grand Duke was your nephew.
He's my brother's eldest boy. Always a difficult child, Gaspard. Never listened, never did what he was told. He was raised a prince. All his life we told him he would be emperor. It was his destiny, his duty. What else should he do with his life if not fight for his destiny?
Interesting. Tell me about the war.
What can you tell me about the Civil War?
If you are hoping for insight, you've come to the wrong man. It's war. It is brutal, and terrible, and sometimes necessary. There's nothing more to say.
Okay. Have you seen anything?
Have you noticed anything strange this evening?
My niece Floriane hasn't spoken to me all evening. That's not like her.
Interesting. Okay.
Another time, my lord.
That is very interesting, sir.
Waste of time.
Ah, well, can't blame you for trying.
You don't want to be here, stranger.
I mean, I do, but...
He hasn't made the pickup. It's been hours.
You went into the servants' wing. Nobody's come out of there all night.
I'll tell Briala we have a situation.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Did you hear what Gaspard said to Duke Germain? His own uncle.
Germain bore his nephew's spite better than the rest of the council. Did you see that panicked attaché roaming about?
Does anyone really think the war will end tonight?
And what's this?
This way is closed. Please, use the main entrance to the ballroom.
Alright. Huh.
Well, well. What's this?
Helm Chiral investigation. Clues. Clara, kitchen staff, entered servant's wing by main stair 130. Vernon, undergardener, entered servant's wing from hall 245. Sophie, chambermaid, entered servant's wing from hall 322. Marius, footman, entered servant's wing by main stair 345. Briala, we need immediate support down there. Something's gone wrong. Oh dear. Oh dear.
I'm not talking to you until we get home.
Fine by me.
Does anyone really think the war will end tonight?
I'm definitely seeing some, like, blood spatter around. That's a massive oversight on the part of the cleaning people.
My lady! My lady Inquisitor!
Hello?
May we have a word? It is very important. The Empress has sent us with a message for you.
How do I know that's true?
How can I be certain this message is from the Empress?
We three
wear the masks of House Valmont.
They signify that we are public faces of the Empress.
They are also extremely fashionable.
Of course. I did just speak with her.
Funny that she couldn't give me this message when we spoke.
Oh, she could not speak freely in front of the entire court, Inquisitor.
Empress Celine is eager to assist the Herald of Andraste in her holy endeavor.
She will pledge her full support to the Inquisition as soon as the usurper Gaspard is defeated.
And she wants my help with that.
Let me guess. All she wants in return is for me to help her defeat the Duke.
Oh, this is not meant as a bargain by any means, Inquisitor.
The support of the Empress is not conditional. It will be yours once the negotiations are concluded.
The Empress is the most skilled diplomat in Thedas. Gaspard is hopelessly out of his depth.
But we have taken enough of your time.
Please, enjoy the masquerade, Inquisitor.
Okay.
Interesting. I had no idea.
Well, I found a few scandalous secrets at least.
Did you need something?
Nope, I guess not.
Where has that servant gone?
You must be mistaken.
No, I'm quite certain it was blood on the tiles.
If they're playing the game, they're not doing it very well. You don't leave evidence if you play to win.
With Gaspard and that elf woman here, the only one playing to win is Celine.
Interesting.
You only say that because you fancy the Empress's pet apostate. It sickens me to think of the chaos those Maleficarum are causing across the Empire.
Even you cannot deny that the Templars abandoned the faithful in their darkest hour. How can you condone that? They are the ones who should be brought to heel, if you ask me.
Interesting.
This is a private conversation.
I favor leashing Templars too.
Did I hear correctly? If you're interested in bringing the Templars to heel, you may have found an ally.
If that's true, I would welcome an alliance with the Inquisition. I will get in touch with your Lady Nightingale. I have assets that might benefit your cause.
Gentlemen.
Yay! I got a new agent! Alright! Yeah, there's a locked door here. I'm not sure if I want to open that door or not. If I... I have to see if I can remember if that's a thing I want to do or not. The Art of the Winter Palace, the Lady of Regrets. For the wisest lady in all the land, the criers called, "Come one and all, to hear words like jewels, bright with meaning and grand purpose." When all had come and gathered near, the lady spoke. "Beyond us is a field empty of rightness and wrong. There you may find me, my soul unarmored, and my shield shrouded by my tears for those who yet say, no regrets. Let sorrow water what's dear. Wisdom cannot grow in the barren sand." So I can toss my coins. Boop. Boop. Boop.
I didn't expect the Inquisitor to be so delightful.
They like me already. See, my
Report on the casualties in the Dales.
This episode is a little bit short, but the next thing I need to do is climb this trellis, and the minute I climb this trellis, my court approval is gonna start dropping like a stone. So I want to just do it all in one episode and not have to worry about like pausing to make sure my court approval doesn't drop too low or whatever. So I'm gonna leave it here a little bit sooner than than I would necessarily normally do. Just in terms of, yeah, the expediency of doing this sort of properly without losing too much court approval. So yeah. As always, if you like what you see, please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode. Later.